Hi everyone, this is Sarah. I am out of town this week, so I thought it would be a great opportunity to try something new and do a video and a voiceover speed paint, and to tell you a bit about things that I found were really important for me to keep in mind uh, when going to art school. So I would like to share that with you today. Uh, Go to your classes and try to show up early. I I know this sounds a lot like a cliche or, advice your mom gives you, but it's a little thing that goes a really long way. It, even if you're just doing your homework last minute, it makes you look like you're on top of it and you don't have to worry about like getting stuck in the elevator or, waiting in line with 20 people in front of you because you're already there. Also, it gives you extra one-on-one time with your teachers. So if you have any last minute questions or, just want to kind of suck up to them, it's pretty good advice I found. It also helps if you read and reread the requirements for each project. Usually requirements for projects are really straightforward, but I've had a few major slip-ups. Once I did an entire project and got to class only to realize that the text I was supposed to have hand lettered, I actually ended up typing, and that was, a really important part of doing this project. Thankfully, my teacher knew me and understood that it was just an honest mistake and let it slide. But if I had reread the requirements just, before I went to class, it would have saved me such a huge headache, honestly. It seems like a no-brainer, but trust me, it happens to everybody. So, even if you think you've got it all together, just go back and reread it before you submit it. Another important thing to keep in mind, especially, when you're in your first year of art school, is you won't always be doing exactly what you'd ideally like to do and what your strengths are. So, my first year, I had a lot of classes that weren't even like close to my major, and they were required, so there wasn't any way of getting out of them. A lot of students got really discouraged and angry about this, and they dropped out of class or they dropped out altogether because, it's hard and discouraging to have to do something every day that you don't want to do. Um, I made the best out of it, but it's important to understand that you aren't being asked to take a class like that out of spite. It's because the school wants you to kind of challenge yourself and look down other avenues that you might not consider before fully committing to your major. And if you fail a required class, it just totally tanks your grade for no reason. And you have to retake it later, and it's a huge hassle. It's really not worth it. It Even if you think it's a waste of time now, it's gonna definitely look like a waste of time when you have to retake it over the summer. It's the worst. Just try your best to power through it and talk to your academic advisors about it if you really can't stand it. But, you know, that's the best advice I can give you because that is something a lot of people have to deal with. Another thing is that you will have to supplement your coursework with things that are industry standard. This is really unfortunate, but it's the truth. Your art education can help you grow as an artist, but unfortunately, a lot of teachers don't understand what the industry wants these days, but that's a whole other video. So please do your research about what skills people are looking for today. Um, I've had friends that come out of art school and, they turn to me and they go, I have to reteach myself all these different programs that are, the standard that I was never even mentioned and all this stuff, even though they went to a specialized school. So know that you'll have to probably supplement your education with things like that. It's really unfortunate and very time consuming, but it's very important that you do your research. Another thing is that in art school, you meet a lot of people, and sometimes you will be asked to work with people that you don't particularly like or get along with. That is okay, that is normal, but the the odds are that you will have to work with them and you can't just avoid them forever, unfortunately. And, you know, burning bridges and getting in huge fights is a really, really bad idea. Um, Odds are that kind of thing will follow you. And the last thing that you want to be known as is somebody who is difficult to work with. Uh, this can happen if you disagree on politics or just personality differences. But when you run into situations like this, just try your best to focus on your project objectives and getting the work done. Uh, and remember to kind of leave petty drama and things like that in high school. It might not always be possible, but it will definitely be beneficial to you in the future if you can, choose to move beyond that. So, anyway, that's about it for this list today. Um, if you have, experienced any of the things on this list or thought that there was anything important that I've left out, uh, or if you just disagree with me and think I'm completely wrong whatsoever, uh, please leave a comment in the comment section below. And I would love some feedback. And thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Goodbye.